Susan, thanks very much for that. Well, across the Atlantic, the European Commission is unveiling proposals that aim to curb carbon emissions by airliners. It wants to set limits on the emissions of all flights that use EU airports and to charge carriers that go over those limits. The proposals would take effect in the year 2011 for flights between EU airports. Services between the EU and other countries won't be affected until 2012, a concession that Europe hopes will avert protests from opponents in the US and in Asia. Well, Christmas is just around the corner and the shopping malls in the US are jammed with people looking for those last-minute gifts.
It is, however, a different story in China, even though they've got some of the biggest malls in the world. CNN's Eunice Yoon explains.
This may look like a gondola ride in Italy. This, France's Arc de Triomphe. These, statues outside the pyramids in Egypt. But they're not. They're attractions at the South China Mall, the largest mall in the world.
You can never build too big in China. We are now one of the world's man-made miracles.
It's not quite the Great Wall of China, but this Great Mall is longer than 6 football fields and 3 times the size of the Mall of America, the mother of all malls.
I keep getting lost in this place.
As the economy booms, mega retail centers like this are cropping up all over China, with 7 of the 10 largest expected to be here by 2010.
Chinese people are getting richer, buying more and living better lives. We want to give them a place to go.
Like amusement parks, kids shows, and replicas of 7 cities, like Venice and Hollywood. But what's missing are the stores. This mall has been open for almost a year, and this area was supposed to be full of shops. But as you can see, it's almost completely empty. Unlike in the U.S., where mall operators sign on retailers before they construct a mall, the company here built the mall first and is still waiting for retailers to show.
Many of the malls that are being developed are simply too large. And essentially, supply of space is getting ahead of demand for space. So many of these malls are simply failing to address the real demand that is present in China today.
Yet this operator isn't afraid of potentially choppy waters.
We have built it, so the retailers will come.
This is, after all, China, where the economy is exploding and nearly everyone believes the future is bright. Eunice Yoon, CNN, Dongguan, China.